Hey there, I am JB and welcome at some more modern Minecraft. In the last episode I got a little bit too exciting because if we look on the map, I cleaned up the whole outside. I made like a wall where the inside project is going to be, and then I started to dig out some stuff and kind of realized it's going to take forever because I am not using the right tool for the right job. Now, in order to make a mining machine, there are a couple of things that I'm going to need, and a couple of things I already have, which is in this chest, JB, and that is some mining drills. But I'm also going to need to have a deployer in order to deploy the rails that will be in the front of the miner, and at the back of the miner I'm going to have a plow which removes the rails and then reuses it over and over again as we go forward with the miner. Now, the best way to check what I exactly need is of course in here in the quest book, and I'm going to unlock some stuff. In this case we need to make an iron sheet because that will unlock the drill, which we need to have a lot of them. And once that is done, we're going to need to do one of these. We need to craft a mixer or maybe even craft blaze burners, which we're going to need to go to the nether. Now, even though if the game is on peaceful mode, you can actually get blazes because they will be trapped inside a blaze burner. Then with these things combined, we're going to need to make brass. And once we have made brass, we can finally make a deployer, because that will take care that we can deploy rails in the front of our miner, and then on the back of the miner we are going to need to have a mechanical plow, because a mechanical plow will scrap up the rails behind the miner so we can keep on reusing them. Now, in order to make a mining machine, there's also a couple of other things that I'm going to need. Let you see. We're going to need to have super glue, which if we make a super glue, we're going to get super glue. So that's also very nice. And then also, of course, we need to make the miner, which I need to have a little look at this. That is a good one, actually. Where is that at? I know what I need though. Now, it could be very well that I'm overlooking it. So in this case, we're just going to go in here. And then we can... No. Alright, after a very long time, I finally find it. It's a card assembler. This is the thing that I'm going to need so I can, you know, assemble a whole minecart. This is going to give some blocked redstone. I'm not sure if I got some redstone though. I do have some redstone. Now, what I'm going to instantly do is I'm going to press on A so it will be added to my little list down here. So I can instantly get to it. Yeah, it's so weird that I'm probably overlooking it. Is it here? No. It's almost like it's not even available into this quest log, which is just very odd. So yeah, I'm going to have that thing too. Now, first things first, we need to have some super glue, because without glue we cannot do anything. For glue I need a nugget, and I'm going to have a plate. Now, in order to make plates, I'm going to need to have a stomping machine, which in this case is called a mechanical press. Now, there might be a chance that I already own one of these things. It's this guy down here, so I'm very lucky with that. Now, I could of course use a hand crank and do everything with the hand, but I feel like I don't want to do everything with the hand. I actually would like to automate stuff, and that is of course why we have this create automation kind of a deal, right? In this case, I'm just gonna drop it down there. Here's all the stuff from last time that I digged out. I'm just gonna put all of this stuff right in here. Alright, so in this case, what I need to do is I'm going to need to have a couple of water wheels. And these water wheels need to be out here. And then I want to just make a very simple contraption kind of deal. I also want to make something on the other side. Once we have the blaze burners and mixer, so we can make like brass. And water wheels are right out here. And to make a water wheel, I want to have the big ones. I'm just going to have a small water wheel, and for the small water wheel I'm just going to have planks and shafts. Shafts are made with 2 andesite alloy. This one and that one. And then I believe, if I'm not wrong, I would do it here. Oh, I don't need to do that. Oh, there was a little bit of a mistake there. Such silly sometimes. I need flowing water. In this case, I'm not sure how big the water wheel is at this point. Okay, that is just fine. So now we can put 11 of these guys Just like that, right? So we got flowing water, so that is good. All right, coming up next, we need to move the power to where we can build the mechanical press. We can do that by, well, first of all, I want to have a small and a large cogwheel if we have space for that though. And I'm going to need to have something to lead it around the corner, which in this case we have these guys. We'll be able to do that with those. And I'm also going to need to have a, I think it's called, what is it called? What is it called? A depot? Yeah. Which is, oh, andesite casing. Ah, here we go. I got one of these. And I really need to start doing some tree production here. Because trees can be cut down with pranker and a saw. So we're gonna get some extra wood. Alright, there's a little fire going on because there is a lava pit out here, which, you know, it's not bad at itself, because lava we're going to need to use at some point. Let me just remove some of these trees out of the way. Ooh, nice. I cannot grab everything, but that's fine. But yeah, look at that. Look at all these crazy big fat trees everywhere. I'm going to need to find a nice spot, because once these big guys fall, ooh, it's going to be messy around here. Alright, I got some nice open space out here, so I can drop these trees this way into the field. And just leave one of them. There we go. We got trees for days right now. Look at this, holy moly. This whole field is filled up with logs. This keeps on going and going. Alright, now that I got a couple pieces of wood, we can also automate this at some point. There we go. I just need to click auto mount button on it. Look at how beautiful red this is. Wow. Anyways, we're now going to make it into andesite casing, and then we can auto mount button easily demolish this. Make a gearbox. There are really a 6-way gearbox. Wow, that is different. Which also costs a lot more, of course. In this case, I just need a normal gearbox. So I'm gonna add it to the list, so I can just click on it. And then I'm going to have a large wheel. I would swear I took some. There we go. Oh, I have these. Why did I need wood for? I have no. I probably need it for the andesite casing or something though. Alright, so now we have this thing. And I should be able to rotate it. I just need to see how. Right, so I know why I needed that. I needed it for, right, we need to speed up some progress out here, because this is gonna go super slow. I'm not really sure what I'm all doing, but things should be fine in the end. So we're going to make this one. That is one thing I do know what I want to do. Then place this one on top, so this one is spinning faster than that one. And if we repeat this process over again, except now we need the andesite casing, because, well, we cannot put a small wheel on that one. But if we do this and that, get out of here. So it's already rotating faster. I'm just gonna repeat this process over again. Now in this case, I can put this guy here, connect this up with that. There we go. Let me see, put two of these there. Now this guy, let me see here. I think you can just connect it up like that, right? And then we're going to need to have the depot. Let's put this guy right underneath here. Actually, if I want to put more on one line, I think it will be fine. It will be fine. Later on, we're going to make a bigger factory anyways. Let's start off with one. If I put it there, it's now made into a plate. Let's grab two of these and one of those. Now we can do this. Add that also to the list. There we go. And there we have it. We have some glue. Right, we completed a couple of objectives, so I'm just going to do it here. We got some XP, we got a mechanical drill and an iron sheet block. Holy moly, that is a lot. Because one sheet block is 9 iron sheets. Alright, let's do it like that and one of these. Fantastic. I'm not getting anything because it's not in the quest list. However, I'm going to need to have leather. And now I need to find a spot where I can assemble my mine. Now this actually looks like a fantastic spot. Let's place the rails, let's place this card assembler, and then also have a lever right near it so we can turn this thing on and off. Now the one thing I should not forget is hold my button on here and lock rotation, because if you don't do that and you push your minecart just a little bit to the left or to the right, your minecart will rotate on a track and then it can ruin a lot of stuff. Voila. And you know what, I'm gonna make it out of casing this time, so I believe now now it is with the minecart. Just do a quick little test here. There we go, it is with. That is what we want. Alright, another 15 of these, thank you very much. Alright, we got 25 of those, and the next thing is I'm going to need to have at least one deployer and one plow, which is this guy right out here. I'm just going to add it to the list. We're going to have one electron tube, which we're going to have rose quartz, which is made by that ore. We need nether quartz and a whole buttload of these. Right, it seems like we're going to go to the nether. Oh, I have two. I think I found these guys. Right. That's very lucky. Sandpaper belt, sure, let's just do it like that. Yeah, one paper, one sand. We need to put this guy in our other hand, and then we can just... There we go, we have one block. You know what, let's just do the other one right away too. Fantastic, we got two of these, and need a lot more in the future, of course. And like that, there we go, got one of these. This one is not too difficult. This, however, we need to have brass, and brass is brass ingot. And for brass ingot we need to mix copper and zinc. Now the only way how to mix that and melt them together is by having a blaze furnace. So well, this is almost a portal, right? I mean, I could be using this one. The only thing I need to do is that, place a block underneath. Alright, flint and steel. And now thinking about it, it's also going to be handy if I'm gonna take a blaze cage, which will be this guy here, which I'm just going to need to have 3 sheets and netherrack. Didn't I just grab some? There we go. Alright, let's put this thing on fire. Well, let's get into this. I don't think I need to wear any gold because it's on peaceful mode. What is all of this? Large rose quartz pot? That's nothing. Oh, is this what I need? I think this is what... I think a terrible forest. Looks different though. That is what I need. This out here. Yes, there we go. Bloop. Now we have it. Alright, but the downside of doing this is that, you know, you miss a lot of stuff, right? I mean, I got what I need, but I don't have loots and stuff. Alright, so in this case, yeah, I am going to need to move stuff forward because I want to be able to turn things on and off. Because if there's too much machines on one, it can overstress and then it doesn't work at all anymore. Alright, what I need in this case is called a clutch. And with a clutch and a lever, I can make things turn on and off. Now we're just gonna put this there, right? And if I put this on the side, I can now turn this thing on and off. Now I'm going to have a mixer. For the mixer, I'm going to have iron sheets, which you already know. I'm going to have some andesites. This is just already known. And the one other thing that I'm going to need is make a basin, which is just of andesite alloy. Which is actually fine. I can make like a little staircase. we freaking go. Alright. Let's first drop these guys in here, then those guys. And heat this guy up. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Then we need to put it right in here. Turn this one off, turn that one on. Alright, finally, I got it all. And alongside these and alongside those, all I'm going to need right now is a couple more of these andesite casing. And then we can start making our miner. Alright, now that I got all the needs that I'm going to need, it is time to build the miner. And we're at least going to make this 3 away. Something like that will do. Then we're going to place the mechanical plow like that. That will take care that the rails will go away. I like to have a little bit of space between these two things. Place a chest right out here and or a torch right out here just to light up the show a little bit. And in this chest we're going to put these rails. Maybe this would be better. I think it needs to have at least 1 block between in. We will test this as we go. Then we're going to place a rail on this guy because we only want it to drop rails and nothing else. Now before we continue, I just would like to test this deployer. So we're going to glue it like that. Glue this like that. This like that. That like this. Glue that whole show together. Glue this whole show together. Just like that. And then I think it's done for some testing. Now we're going to place it right out here. And I'm going to place 1 rail, 2 rails out here. And give it a little push. There we go. It's indeed placing these tracks. And I think I just want to pull it back 1 block. All we have to do right now is place these miners on it. Give this another glue like that. That's perfect. And then with that being done, everything should stay attached. Beautiful. And we now have our very own miner. And this thing is going to make our life so much more easier. Which is also going to be handy if we put some chests in here. If I would like to save up some resources. And we can just place it down. Have a look at it. I think this is okay. No, that is not okay. Let's try that again. Beautiful, and you can even see on the left top like what is in those chests. You can even open them, which in the old create you couldn't do that. So this is fantastic to just see what is in there. And the rails are getting recycled. And it goes pretty quick. You can push it a little harder to go even faster. And so it is not even 1.5 hours later and I dig out everything. Now the reason why it's stairways is because, well, this miner is only so high. And I need to take care that I leave some space if I want to move it up, right? And in order to avoid that taking much more work, I'm going to need to make the miner, the drills, go all the way up to the ceiling from this ground piece up. Alright, here comes the test to see if I've done everything correctly. It's going to be 1, 2, or 3 this time. And place it like that. Yep, it is all the way up. So from now on I don't have to work into layers anymore. And I've also added an extra deployer, which in this case will drop down a block in case there is a hole, which is going to be super handy, so it can keep laying tracks without having to worry about that. Alright, and so I'm running along the train track once again. This time not because of JD is still here. He's very slow with saying hello, or very shy.
Hello.
But because Salix is online and I want to check out his base, you can see he just made an achievement honk. Not sure what that is all about.
I use the key to find my moped.
Alright, let's see. Can I spawn it into the screen? Wow, it's very green.
I put strips going down because the mold doesn't cross grass. So if you put up a line of grass and then you dig out the area in front of it, the mold won't expand past the grass.
Man, you've been exploring a lot. Because I've been exploring, I couldn't find any silk touch.
Most of them were in the ocean. You can spot them from space during the day. So
All right.
basically, once I grow all the, I go by grow tree, grow tree, grow tree. Once I'm done, I set this thing off on it, and then harvest all that, and put it in the bank over there. Like if you follow me over here.
I see you took my advice on the elevator. There's Salix.
Yes.
Got to show JB this before he pulls off here.
So basically, these are the types of wood that can be grown, and cut down using the auto saw thing. The red sign are the ones that I haven't grown yet.
I
Now,
might
over
need to
here-
buy some ground too before everything is taken.
Yep. This is the planning commission, the new version of it, with mechanical and hydraulic engineer for parts.
What? How do you get these guys?
Okay, do you see the blueprint table there? That makes the mechanical engineer, and the item drain here makes the hydraulic engineer.
Ah, that's good to know because, I mean, it still costs money, but getting some copper sheets and alloy like that, that's very nice.
Well, this is my workshop over here.
Yeah, I like this down here. It's this pinkish and yeah.
Yep, cherry wood.
Quartz container. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, even better. Take another look in that container, and do you see the three symbols to the right?
Yeah.
To the left, I mean. Click through them. There's actually 3 different inventories for that chest. So
And
that thing holds a lot.
It's not connected with the other two, right? It's just its own
No,
first
it's
pages.
its own thing. Okay, so this is the house.
And this is what I mean. The number of time you can play this game, it's crazy already.
Yeah. These are blueprints for making the guns. I haven't gotten all of them yet because we haven't been to the end or, done certain other things. Now, in the center of the room is the hearth, which is controlling the air conditioning. Notice it's 69 degrees in here, not freezing cold like it is outside.
Yeah, we both have different temperatures, but it's a perfect 20, which I like a lot. So okay, so this is just for temperature, right?
Yeah, so if I flip this
And this
to turn it off, look at the
it's
temperature now.
2 degrees, it is called, yeah.
Yep.
But is there also something for air pressure?
Yes. In here is the bay for my hauler. And basically it dumps into each side, clears out and goes to a vault beneath it. And then if we go this way, there's no air conditioning on this particular portion because I figured I didn't need it. Because what we have here is the trash disposal. When I empty everything out of the vault that I want to get rid of, I leave it in the vault, I put the filter on here, and then I open using the wrench to turn it the other direction so it dumps into the lava down below. And then walking this way, we have the house's power supply. And then this is the vault on the other side. And if after I've gotten rid of what I want to dump out of the chest, I turn these to dump and they move everything over to the main storage room, which is in here.
Yes. You've done a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even made my own home yet, JD. You got a cute little house, and look at you. Bam.
Well, remember, like I said, I built this in solo and imported the NBT and then mined the parts for it.
Is there even more?
Well, this is just
This was just the taste sample.
yeah, the door there for that.
Oh.
Like this bad boy right here, the dragonfly. So if you hop in that, you can fly around and you go up and down by where you're looking. So press the space bar to go up and then point forward, and when you look around be careful about that. Don't hit control or you'll jump out.
Yeah, okay. But you go where you look. Right.
Yes.
Forward. Right. How do I get down?
Just drop it on the ground and then hop out.
Okay, that's dangerous. Okay, but it's fast. What are these wallies?
These are supply scamps. They tried to pick up the hollows for see if I take it and I throw it over there, watch what they do.
They clean up stuff.
Yes. Check that out on the road. Give it a try on the road.
Oh, jeez. That's pretty fast. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you need to make a barrier out here.
Yeah. And if you run that into the water, it just instantly turns into an item and goes back into your inventory if you got your magnet on. Now, when you click on it with it in your hand, it should honk.
Yeah, no, it does. It even shows like yeah, that.
It highlights it as a it's using the targeting program to do it.
Alright, I'm not sure how much I'm going to show because I've been spending like 2 hours with Salix to look at this and look at that, and he explained a lot of very good stuff to me, which is going to be very useful for the future. Anyways, he also gave me a gift when I basically logged in right out here. There was a different kind of creature in my face, which is called Fluffy apparently. And Fluffy is, yeah, a ginormous freaking snake. Right, Fluffy? So in this case, Fluffy is of course not doing anything because, well, the server is on peaceful mode. I need to feed Fluffy a piece of chicken, then it will become mine. And yeah, I need to make like a nice spot for Fluffy in the future. Anyways, I have been digging out even more right out here, and you know, you can understand that digging out everything on this whole freaking island, which looks a bit weird right now, it's gonna take a very long time. Now, I'm not going to just do this all in once. It's going to be step by step by step. So in the next episode, we're going to need to do something else. Meanwhile, I just, you know, take care of this whole show. And the thing that I'm really going to need to do in the next episode is build the official home base right out here above level 75, which we're going to need to get all of the needing things that we're going to need. A garage for the miner, we're going to need to have some contraptions, we're going to need to have a lot of storage space, which we're going to mess around with Tom's storage space system, which I've seen at JD. And I'm going to need to make myself ready because we're also going to need to do a battle stream at some point. And that's all going to take a lot of time. Now, probably when we have something set up, which we can call our home base, we can start doing some stuff right out here. I actually digged out 3 blocks more because some other ideas came into my mind what I would like to do, you know, to make it look a little bit lesser, like squared off. I'm also going to need to make some farms, which we can make like mushy stone, cobblestone. I'm going to have cracked bricks. I'm going to need to have so